We're just getting older, world is getting colder. Trying to get sober, Lord help me get stronger. World is on my shoulders.
How you doing today? This is the 12 for 12 podcast, the podcast about real life, recovery, growth and development, redemption, because that's what this is about. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, tap that subscribe button and share for more. Also, if you have any problems with substance abuse disorder, severe mental illness, or any of your loved ones, somebody you might know might need help, don't hesitate to reach out to our specialists. The name's up top. Holla at First Step Recovery. They will be happy to help you today. Don't hesitate. Don't wait until it's too late. We have a special guest today, James.
How you doing?
How you doing today, brother? Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you. Where you from, brother?
I'm from Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, what brought you to Louisville?
I got in some trouble for selling drugs and got out of jail. My mom had robbed me for everything I had, and I was homeless. And somebody told me that they was getting ready to go to rehab up in Kentucky, and insurance pays for everything. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, man, I'll give it a shot. And I went up to Somerset, Kentucky, and went into their detox place and started off there and made my way to Louisville eventually.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Kentucky?
Came up here November 19th of 2022.
And how long has your battle of addiction been going on?
Since I was 13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think had you starting to use at first?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
She used to use?
Yeah, she was the first person I got high with. And the lifestyle that I was surrounded with, that it was the only way to be able to have anything to do with my mom. And I wanted something to do with my mom. So started selling drugs, started making drugs, and started doing drugs.
Yeah. And you felt like that was the only way that you was able to have that bond?
Yeah, because that's all she wanted.
Yeah. What about your dad? Was your dad around ever?
No.
You don't know?
I met him, and he basically told me to get off his porch.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Met him when I was 15 years old. I knew another man as my dad my whole life, but then I found out that I had another brother, and come to find out he lived right down the street from me, and so did my real dad. And my brother ended up being a child molester, all kinds of stuff. It was just a really crazy situation, but yeah, basically my dad lived right down the street from me and didn't want nothing to do with me.
Wow. That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that, brother. You started your addiction because you just wanted to feel love with your mom. You just wanted to build a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. When was the time that you actually separated from being with your mom?
So that's the thing, like my mom's always chose men over us and stuff, and it just never really had a chance to really be involved with her that much, except for when I had drugs. When I had drugs, she would have something to do with me. I always lived with my grandparents, and all the way up until like I was 20, and then I started going back and forth from their house to like other people's houses, and then getting my own places, and it just really depended on what was going on at the moment.
So you never had that relationship with your mom, really, besides that?
No.
So
I went from, she would tell people that this is my brother, you know what I'm saying? So I went from having like no relationship really with her at all to being a drug dealer.
Oh, okay. So she was never really in your life anyway?
No.
It was just your grandparents pretty much raised you?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
My grandmother is. My grandfather passed away.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so they're all up in Tennessee still?
Yep.
So what do they think about the progress that you're making with trying to get clean now?
So my grandmother, she's real proud of me. My mom, I don't really know. She doesn't talk, like she doesn't reach out and try to talk to me, and she's done a lot. So there's really not a reason for me to hit her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she really doesn't care.
She doesn't really care, honestly.
Yeah. So what that time? So how old are you right now?
I'll be 31 October 24th.
31. Okay. Oh dang, but I have a birthday coming up. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started so young using, and things like that, and all the way up to now, what was that point in your life when you was like, you know what, I'm ready to make that change?
So I had some really tragic things happen. I had I had a kid get taken from me. I had a kid pass away, and I had my grandfather pass away, and so normally those things would make a person, like, you lose your child. Most people would like stop doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it was the opposite. It just made me want to get high even more, and I started shooting up. I got really bad on the needle, and did that for about 5 more years, and then I stopped doing that, and I started doing anything and everything else. And basically, I broke my hip in 2020, and then when I got out of the hospital, they gave me $100,000. So at that point in time, I was going to take all my money and invest it into legal, make it to where it was legal money from where I was selling drugs, and but I got in some trouble, so I was looking at some time. And when I got out of jail, like I said, my mom had robbed me for everything I had, and I had nothing, and I was homeless, and it was either continue the lifestyle that I was living and be starting over from literally nothing, or try to have a new life. And so I left to try to have a new life, because I knew if I stayed there, I was either going to die, someone was going to kill me, you know what I'm saying? I was going to overdose, or I'd be in prison the rest of my life.
And this is up in Tennessee?
Yeah.
So it was basically like, you know what, I have to move. There's really no hope here at all.
Yeah, there's nothing. There, I had no life there but to be a drug dealer.
And I said, you know what? People, listen, sometimes you just have to move. You just got to. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times the old places are triggers. Old places, you just might be stuck in that circle, and there's just nothing that you can do about it. You're going to continue in that circle all the way till you die, one way or the other, if you don't make that move.
Well, what it was for me was I would try to stop selling drugs. Be like, all right, I'm done with it. You know, I don't owe nobody money. I've got plenty of money saved up. I'm done. But then people would call and beg and beg and beg and beg and beg. And like, at the time, I didn't think I was a drug addict, you know, because I had so much drugs, it didn't matter that I did drugs. But I was more addicted to the money in my head, you know what I'm saying? And I really was very badly addicted to making money. And but the problem was later on in life, is I realized whenever I didn't have the money or the big amounts of drugs, I still had the addiction to do drugs. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to do drugs just the same way. Yeah. And but like, I couldn't get away from drug dealing because I couldn't put my phone down. I couldn't leave the phone alone. And people knew where I lived too, you know what I'm saying? So either they was gonna call me, and if they couldn't get a hold of me, they was gonna show up at my house, or they'd show up at my grandma's house. And then, you know what I'm saying, I could either keep selling drugs or keep running them off, and then they tell on me and I go to jail. So I didn't want nobody telling on me, so I just kept on selling drugs.
So now, and that's what made the decision. You're just stuck, and
I was scared to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what? How were you able to get? What made you pick out of all places Louisville?
So I started in Somerset, and then I moved from Somerset to E-Town, or to Elizabethtown, and then I went from Elizabethtown to Lexington, and then I was with a girl for 2 years, and
where, Lexington?
Yeah, I met her in Recovery Works in Elizabethtown, and we went to a place called Perfect Imperfections, and in Lexington, and we lasted for about 2 years, and we got our own place together and everything. I relapsed, and when I relapsed, I went back to Recovery Now. She moved to her mama's house, and when I got out, she was like, you know, you can come up here, and you go into sober living, we'll work things out. And I came up here, and she was already like talking to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? So she was just trying to like basically have 2 men at one time, and that wasn't working for me.
Yeah.
But that's how I ended up here.
Oh, that's how you ended up. Okay. So what So when did you actually come to First Step Recovery? How did you hear about First
I
Step?
came here. All right, so I started off when I got up here in Louisville. Started at Recovery Now, and they had kicked me out because for telling a boy that he was being retarded because he was trying to pick a fight, and there was no reason for there to be a fight, and they kicked me out for saying that. And so when they kicked me out, I didn't have anywhere to go, and this dude named Cole, he told me about this place, and I got a hold of a dude named Joe Bottoms, and Joe Bottoms got me a bed, and I stayed here for like 3 months, and then I met another girl, and moved in with her, and was there for 7 months with her, and then things fell out. I moved back out, went back to Recovery Now, and when I went to Recovery Now, it wasn't feeling it, so I came back over here again, and I've been here since.
Yeah. So how long you been here this time, your second time around?
So this time I've been here for almost a month now, if not a little over a month.
So are things differently than they were back then, or does it seem like
Oh
it's
yeah,
running
they're way
kinda the
different.
same?
They're way different, yeah.
And what way do you think is different than how it was from the first time you came to the time passing and this time you coming?
Now, so then they didn't really have a bunch of, there wasn't really structure to it. It was just really chaotic. Now there's a lot more structure to it. So before, the men and the women didn't intertwine at all. There was none of that. But they had all the men at the church, and that's where we lived. You know what I'm saying? There was like 36 beds in one room, and that's just where we slept. And but
So was
now,
it like kind of like an open bay?
yeah, it was basically like it was just like jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Except we could leave and go outside. But now it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Now we've got different houses, smaller groups of people in these houses, so it's easier to be able to get along with each other, and got less people to worry about stealing from you and stuff like that. Plus, then it was just one teacher that was teaching the classes, and now there's multiple teachers that are teaching classes, and they actually get to know you instead of just the person that was here. I feel like he was just here for a check. You know, he didn't really spend time to get to know anybody or even talk to anybody really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, they're just talking and that's it. So the first teacher, whoever it was, wasn't really. You felt like they were there for a check, but you feel like the teachers now actually care.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So it's more of a relationship that they're having. Basically, like, listen, I'm your friend. I want to see you do better type stuff.
Well, like, it's just like we're all recovering addicts. You know what I'm saying? We all got something some demon that we've either overcome or we're trying to overcome. And they don't treat us like we're less than. Whereas that other person, they did. And I didn't like that, you know what I'm saying? But that person, like I said, is no longer here. But, like, these people it's just family oriented. I feel like it's a lot more family oriented than it was last time.
So now you're feeling like you're not just a number.
Yeah, used to I felt like a dollar bill. Now I feel more like a person.
Okay, nice. How do they do with like work and things like that?
So what do you mean, like
they let you work at the facility?
Oh,
Like if you work through the, because I heard some facilities don't want you to work while you're there at the facilities.
Yeah, so like here you're allowed to have jobs. I'm struggling right now trying to find one. I'm not really tech savvy, and everything now is online. So I'm having a little bit of issues trying to find a job. So I'm hoping. I used to have my peer support certifications and stuff, and I let that lapse because I just didn't do what I was supposed to continue getting it. Plus, I relapsed too. So.
Where do you go for the peer support? I know a lot of people might ask questions.
The girl I was with, she actually found it, and they paid for it and everything. But I do know that if you wanted to get your peer support certifications, that you could go to the Goodwill, and they'll help you out with that, for sure.
Check out Goodwill.
Yeah.
Good resources. That's what we're about. Good resources. They got a lot of resources at the Goodwill.
Definitely do.
Definitely.
Definitely.
And First Step, we be there on Tuesdays, Opportunity Center. Louisville, Kentucky.
It's 28th and Broadway.
Yeah, 28th and Broadway.
Yeah.
Yep.
The West End Opportunity Center.
Yeah, go there on Tuesdays, man, and they have so many resources that's out there, helping people out. Whatever, they got everything there.
They even have little drawings on Tuesday too that you can win stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Check out the Goodwill. You know, hey, we're all here trying to just live a better life and overcome a lot of different obstacles, man, from housings to people just need to learn about banking, different things like that. You can hit those places up. I know that the first step, we're partnering with a lot of people that we try to work together with. We have people that try to come in the format, share some great information. So if you haven't looked at other videos, go look at other videos. You might find something that you're looking for in one of these videos, and it could probably help you out a lot. So make sure you go down those videos. Thank you for coming in so much. Tell me a little something before you go about some plans that you might have for the future.
So,
Since you've been sober for how long now?
so actually, I had just came off of a relapse. So I've got I think 8 days right now.
Yeah, okay.
But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I could have just kept using, but I didn't. I said, look, you know, I relapsed. I need to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me another chance. They didn't throw me out on the street like some of these places would. So that's a blessing all on its own.
That's one thing I noticed, man, because, you know, the rules are there for a reason, but at the end of the day, it's like people don't want to see people go out there because a lot of time people will leave and then next thing you know, you hear that they died.
Yeah.
And that's one thing we don't want. We don't want people dying out there on the streets, you know, but if you break rules, whatever like that, it has to be consequences.
Yeah, most
like that
definitely.
happen. But at the end of the day, they're not just trying to, I know this since I've been here at First Step Recovery, that they really do care about the people and they're really not trying to see you fail. And
they could have, you know, they could have threw me out, you know what I'm saying? But instead, they gave me another chance. I got a 2 weeks property restriction and have to do service work, which I was kind of already doing. So, I mean, it really didn't hurt me, you know what I'm saying? It didn't do anything that made me tighten up. And, so yeah, really, it's not doing anything bad for me. It's not doing anything but helping me.
teaching some discipline.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. And hey, that's what we all need. You know, I'm going to throw it out there, but one verse in the Bible says this here, keep your body under subjection. You know, keep it under subjection. Be disciplined. I think that's a key thing in all aspects of what you do. Just remain disciplined. Mm-hmm. You know, get that goal, stay focused. Keep God first. And that's what it's about. Is there anything else you'd like to tell to the people?
Yeah, well, so what my goals were, though, really, were to try to become an employee here eventually, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to work in recovery, really, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the people go, just take it one day at a time, slow down. It's going to be all right. Just take it one day at a time.
One day at a time, one step at a time. Take that first step today. That's what it's about. Not just holding you back, but you. Let's help out there. If you don't have anybody in your area, reach out to us, and we'll try to help you out. Thanks for coming on again, brother. Everybody out there, you have a blessed day.